Happening this weekend, Brewers fans will be able to celebrate the life of late legendary broadcaster Bob Uecker. Uecker passed away in January at the age of 90. On Sunday, the Brewers will hold a celebration of life for Uecker at American Family Field in Milwaukee. And fans who are headed to the game, they're encouraged to arrive early for pre-game ceremonies. There will be plenty of highlights throughout the day. And to tell us more about how fans will honor Uecker and what's in store this weekend is the man who was by Uecker's side for a decade. Joining us live from Chicago is Brewers broadcaster Jeff Levering. Jeff, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Emily. Thanks for having me.
You're joining us from Chicago because you were calling the game yesterday.
Yeah, just glad we had to call one game and not two. Showed up at the ballpark on Monday, thought it was a doubleheader. Instead, we played the doubleheader on Tuesday. But here we are, and Brewers trying to snap their first three-game losing streak since May.
I know. So talk about this series. You know, what was so critical about it? Hoping, obviously, for a win today, but where do they go from here?
Well, it's been the best stretch of baseball in Brewers franchise history. They won 14 in a row going into the last game in Cincinnati, and they've dropped 4 of their last 5, but that was inevitably going to happen at some point. The Brewers still have the best record in Major League Baseball, and you win this series, and you've got a 7-game lead in the division. So I think the focus is on Quinn Priester and trying to get it done today in Chicago.
Brewers fans got free burgers yesterday. You can't beat that, right?
No, and for us Brewers, the employees and the players, George Webb came to the plane before the team left to Cincinnati, and they were able to get some burgers on the way out. So that was great. We didn't have to wait in line, which was great. I'm glad everybody waited in line. They ran out of vouchers, which was 100,000 deep. So it was a great event and great for the state of Wisconsin.
VIP service for you. Okay, fans, they're going to get a chance to celebrate Uecker this weekend. Tell us what's in store at American Family Field.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, Emily. I think that fans have wanted this opportunity to grieve their friend and the voice of Brewers baseball for 54 years. The parking lots are going to open up at 10. There's a special ceremony that's going to take place on the field before the game, hosted by Bob Costas. I would recommend everybody be in your seat by 12:15. Again, the gates to the ballpark will open at 10:30, but it's just going to be a great way to showcase Ueck's life, and a life that nobody else will ever match, right? I mean, the entertainment, the professional baseball playing career, the broadcasting career, the life that he lived, that'll be all on display on Sunday afternoon at the ballpark. And we've spent all year kind of memorializing Ueck and talking about Ueck, and that won't stop anytime soon.
Absolutely. Tell people, if they don't know, where Uecker is buried and what you think he would think about this Brewers team right now.
Yeah, so Ueck has a front row seat, kind of fitting for him. He's buried in Veterans Memorial Cemetery right behind the ballpark, and his gravesite looks out to the ballpark. You can see it every single day. I think he would really enjoy this team. It's a scrappy, gritty team that never gives up on a game. You could see that in every single moment of every single game, especially for the last couple of months. The Brewers have been on this great run. I think Ueck would have a lot of fun calling these games this year, that's for sure. And he would have a lot of fun being in that clubhouse and hanging out with Murph and hanging out with the guys, and just being a part of what has been a very magical season so far.
What are you thinking when you're either on the radio or on TV and you're calling the games, and he was by you for so long and he's really not there anymore, but obviously you can probably still feel him around you?
Yeah, you never lose that feeling, Emily. And I think early on in the season, we'd be sitting in that booth, and he'd usually show up and open up the door, and he'd go, "Howdy, boys," and then he'd get to work. And for a long time, you just thought that door was going to open, and he'd pop in, and it would be story time. And now you realize that's not going to happen. But we've been sharing a lot of stories, and there have been a lot of moments where I've either been on the call or someone else has been on the call for a big moment, and I would look to my right, and usually that would be Ueck doing that. And those are the moments where it kind of tugs at your heartstrings for a bit, and you miss them. You really do. And especially with the way this team is playing, and hopefully the playoffs are on the horizon. I think the Brewers have a really good shot to be at the playoffs and have a really special season. And those are the moments that Ueck really shined in. And we wish that he was here to call them, but we'll do the best we can and continue to celebrate him and do the best that we can, calling the game the way that he would do so himself.
A great way for fans to honor him this weekend. And really quick, Jeff, there's going to be an umbrella giveaway too, the Uecker umbrella giveaway this weekend.
Yeah, it's on Saturday, 25,000 of those umbrellas. And they're not just small little travel umbrellas. These are the giganto umbrellas. So much so that we're not opening them in any doors on TV promos. We're not doing any of that stuff. They are big umbrellas fit for two. So yes, make sure you get there early.
All right, Jeff Levering joining us live from Chicago. Good luck on the call today, hopefully for a win. We appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
And thanks so much, Emily.